Flosstube. This is Haley, otherwise known as Peregrine Stitcher on YouTube and Instagram. This is my bad cat Katniss, here to join in on Flosstube number 5. It is Sunday, March 27th. It's snowing outside, it's really cold, and I just want to start off this Flosstube by saying, how can anyone get anything done when season 2 of Bridgerton just came out? It is taking everything I have not to spend all my time binge watching Bridgerton, but I have other things I have to do this weekend, including this Flosstube, because apparently I am now measuring my life by floss tubes, and I feel like I have to do this in order to move on with certain things, both in my personal life and with stitching. So I had planned to do this Flosstube, and as soon as I'm done with it, I am going back to watching Bridgerton. I finished 3 episodes and I can't wait to watch the rest. Really happy about that. So I have quite a bit to show you today. Last month, instead of doing a regular Flosstube, I did a whip parade and past finishes. So there may be a couple of repeats today, because honestly, I don't have time to go back and figure out what I showed you last time versus what I didn't. So I'm just going to show you everything that I've worked on in the past month, including some finishes that I think I showed you on past finishes, but I didn't really have a chance to talk about them, so I will include them here, as well as a number of new starts. I've got some hauls, some shout outs, and at the end I'll do some life updates if you care to stick around for that. So let's get right into it. Katniss is right here helping me, so to speak. One finish I mentioned on my past finishes is Rose Ada Featherstone. Katniss, you're not helping. Okay, Rose Ada Featherstone. And I did finish this since Flosstube number 4, so I'll show that to you. You can see it over Katniss's head. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I did this 2/2. It is on a 36 count antique lace linen by Seraphim, using overdyed cotton flosses. And this just turned out great. I'm really excited about it. I replaced the cherubs in the middle with this little quote that says "Everything's coming up roses," which I think fits in really nice. It's from a musical called Gypsy from the 50s, and I think it just has a nice direct connotation and also an interesting satirical connotation that I enjoy. So I'm excited about this. I have an appointment to take this one and a couple of others to get framed. And so hopefully for my next Flosstube, I will have this as a fully finished object. And this will be going on my red sampler wall because there's a lot of red in it. So I'm excited about that. All right. Okay. Second finish, which I also shared in my past finishes, is Redbird Sampler by Brenda Gervais. Again, this is just a great project. I love this one. This is what it looks like. This is also one I'm taking to get framed. So Rose Ada and Redbird Sampler will be framed hopefully by my next Flosstube. This was just small and cute, and I love it. I love the colors. Everything about this is fantastic. And so that one, let's see here. That one I did on a 36 count weeks linen called Linen. And I used the called for DMC and overdyed floss. So, really love that one. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, and my third finish was just a little one, but this is from Modern Folk Embroidery. It is just a little design that Jacob DeGraff did related to what's going on in Ukraine. It's just beautiful. It has the colors of the Ukrainian flag. I use DMC 3760 and Weeks Dye Works Squash, and I love the variegation in the yellow. I kind of wish I had used a blue that had variegation, but I think it's okay, and I just really like these two colors together. I think that blue is the perfect cornflower blue, and they just look really good together. So trying to put some good intentions out into the universe for Ukraine and all the suffering that's happening there, and I just hope that it all ends soon, and I hope that we all can continue to support cross-stitchers and designers in Ukraine as well as in Russia. I don't think any of them want what's happening right now. So I'm hoping for peace very soon, and that we can do everything we can to support the Ukrainian people and our fellow cross-stitchers in both countries. So this is just on a 14 count Aida, and I think I'll probably just frame this myself. I might send it to a friend of mine who's Ukrainian. Maybe she would appreciate having this. But this was a beautiful stitch as well. Okay, now I'm going to get into whips. A lot of whips, works in progress. So, as per the usual, I have been working on the Modern Folk Embroidery 2022 SAL, and I finished March. So I'll show you what this looks like. It's going well. Huge piece of fabric. Here we go. And I'm just doing it as charted. I haven't made any adjustments yet. So this is January, February, and March. It's really hard for me to not know what's coming next. I really want to be able to continue. It's really hard for me at this point, because I totally would have gone on to the end of this row if it had been available. So I'm anxiously awaiting April 1st so I can find out what I need to do to finish that. And so I'm doing this on a 32 count Dolly Madison linen by Needle and Flax. And I'm using the Leo and Roxy chalkboard floss. And I'm just doing it in all black. I love this fabric. I just love the combination. It's really pretty. So I'm excited about that. And then, let's see. The next thing I was working on, let's see, I'm not gonna go in any particular order here. That's a new start. See? I should have got this all organized ahead of time. I did not. Okay. The second whip I have been working on is Elizabeth Isles. This is by the Scarlet Letter, and this is the SAL for Laura Duet, Brenda and the Serial Starter. I said Brenda and the Serial Stitcher last time. I got it wrong, but I know what it is. So I got quite a bit more done on this. I just love this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. I did iron it before I put it away in the bag, but it's already wrinkly again. So last time I had finished the bird and up through this side, and so I did another couple of these little flying cherubs and the flowers and motifs on this. And I'm fixing the border as I go because I miscounted. So you can see here, I have to just rip it out as I go. But this one is just beautiful. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the verse down at the bottom, or if I'll just finish off the border and make it just the bird and the flowers. I don't know yet. You know, next month I'm gonna try to finish the rest of this side, and then I can see how I feel and decide what to do with the bottom. But isn't that pretty? And I'm using the Almond M&M skin tones, so I'm still having a lot of fun just doing, I just am picking out whatever I want for each cherub in terms of the skin tone and the hair color and the clothes they're wearing from among the flosses that are available. So I love this one. And I am doing that on 38 count Brewer's Malt linen by Seraphim. And I'm using the Leo and Roxy overdyed cotton conversion that Trixie Tricycles did. So, yay, love that one. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get more organized here. Maybe if I put them down on this side, then I know which ones will be done. Okay. So next we have our old friend, Pandemic. Again, I do have the chart this time. Here we go. This is the chart. It's huge. It's gorgeous. Everybody loves it. And I did get quite a bit done on Pandemic this month. So, show you. All right, here's the whole thing. Scoot back a little bit. And so what I did this month is I try to fold this up so I can show it to you. It's really unwieldy. This is a huge piece of fabric, okay? So I finished 12 and 13. So I'm almost done with the third row. And I think, if all goes well, I think I might be able to get through the rest of this row this month, because a lot of it is negative space. Oh, this is really hard to show. It's a lot of negative space, like it's the rest of this motif right here, which goes pretty quickly because there's a lot of negative space there. It's not as dense as these areas. So I think I might be able to get done with row 3, and that will mean I just have one more row after that. So I will be very close to being done. Not that I want it to be done, because I really enjoy working on Pandemic. It's one of my favorite projects because it's awesome. Okay. And then the other one that I continue to work on is Mirabilia Princess Eliana. And I did quite a bit on her too this month. No, it's upside down. Here we go. So I'm going to show you here. So I think since the last time I showed you, I did all of the bottom here and this back section. So I'm hoping this next month to kind of make my way up to the back of the dress here. And we'll see how far I get. I just love this. This is really a good one to work on after I've been working on the MFE, the Modern Folk Embroidery Sal with all black. I'm really ready for some color after that. And so I tend to go straight to this after working on the MFE Sal, which works out very well. Okay. I also showed you this one in my Whip Parade, but I got quite a bit done. So this is also modern folk embroidery. This is Isabella's heart. And I had just started this when I did my whip parade, but I did a little bit more. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I am liking it a lot more now. So I usually do 2/2, and that was feeling very bunchy on this, so I did 1/1, and I wasn't liking it initially, the coverage. But now that I have filled in some more of the colors and it's filling out a little bit, I think this is turning out great. I mean, the colors are just wonderful together. And it's just such a beautiful design. And so I'm planning on doing, next month I'll do, you know, the mirror image, hopefully, to get through this. And then the month after that, I'll do those two birds at the bottom. And this is nice too, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I get tired of working on beige or tan or brown fabric. And this is just such a beautiful color. This is called Blue Slate. It's a Leo and Roxy fabric. It's a 36 count blue linen called Blue Slate. And I'm using the Leo and Roxy floss as well. And it came in this beautiful bag from Evertote. Just love everything about this. There's nothing I don't like. I'm a sucker for all of those things. So I'll continue working on that. That's a great project. It's little, but it's really, really beautiful. Okay. Just grabbing stuff at this point. So this isn't really a whip, but I forgot to include this in my whip parade. I don't know why, it was just in a smaller bag, and so I thought I'd show it to you. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection Petites. It's called Ornate Butterfly. Really pretty. This is on black Ada, and this is why I have not made much progress on this. But it is beautiful. Look at this. It's just gorgeous. It's just so hard to work on because it's on black fabric, and I have a really hard time seeing it. So I can only work on it in short spurts. But I'll finish it eventually. The colors are just so intense. So, and you can see here at the end, there's also a lot of metallic threads. There's couching in metallic threads, and I think it'll be really pretty once it's finally done. But it is a pain to work on, that black fabric. I don't know if you feel the same, but I'm not a big fan. Let's see, this one is actually a new start. When I was doing my whip parade last month, I also keep all my kits in the same tote. And so I was looking through them, I was like, oh, I really want to start something new. So I started this, which is also a Dimensions Gold Collection Petites, called Elegant Geisha. And I'll show you what I got done. It's pretty. The colors, you know, once I started stitching it, the colors remind me of Snow White, don't they? Like the royal blue and the bright pink and the yellow. It's so pretty though. These Gold Collection Petites, they're so detailed, and they're just incredible. And of course, I haven't done any of the finishing work, but there's going to be back stitching with metallic threads on this pink bow. There's there's like lazy daisies and French knots in green. There's something called a bullion knot in her hair, which I've never done before, so that'll be interesting. And then I have to do, you know, the sort of the background and the trees and things like that. But my youngest teenager is really interested in Japanese history and culture, so I thought this might make a nice gift. I have another one that is actually a companion piece to this, So I thought I might do both of them. But this is just a nice change of pace, and it's so pretty. So that's been fun. Okay. Showed you that. Oh, this is my my temperature butterflies, which I continue to work on. Temperature Butterflies by Stitch and Mommy. So I actually was just working on this morning, so it's still on a Q-snap. So you can see here, March has been pretty nice actually. We've had some days that were in the 60s, and we even got up to 70 here. That's porch weather, so I'm excited about that. We had some good porch days. Of course it's snowing today, but that's upstate New York for you. And so then while I had it out, I started just doing the outline of the butterfly for May. I do like to just have it done in advance, so all I have to do is go in and fill out the colors. So I'm gonna try to get a few more butterflies done, so it's ready to go. That's gonna be really pretty though. And then this one, oh, this is a new start. Because it was feeling so springy, I wanted to do something related to spring, and I don't have a lot of spring charts, but I did find this one by Lavender and Lace. And I have all 4 of these. I have all 4 seasons. I haven't started any of them before this, but I thought, you know, tell them like the present. So that's what I have done so far. It's kind of an old-fashioned, vintagey kind of pattern, but I like it. It has, it's mostly DMC, but it has this petite treasure braid. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very sparkly. And a lot of beads, and so I haven't done any of the beading on this part yet, so that'll really get filled in. One thing I don't like, and I think I have to figure something else about this, but you see the back stitch border, it just looks so uneven, and I don't know how to fix that to make it just look straight, because you can see like every place that it's stitched. If anybody knows how to fix that and make it seem more like a straight line, let me know, because I'll rip that out and do it again. Or I might just do another, you know, another row of crosses in that color, because I don't like the way this is looking right now. It just looks kind of choppy and messy. So this is on, it's on the called for fabric, which is a 30, well, they called for a 28 count willow green swagart. I got a 32 count, which I think will still work okay with the beads. And I just like the smaller count. I didn't want to go up to a 36, but I thought a 32 would work okay. And I like the sort of greenish fabric with the purple. So that's fun. I like that one. Probably start on the Fancy Lady about that one next month. Okay, let me look at my list here. Those are all of the whips that I have worked on this month. So let me go into a little bit of haul, kind of haul slash plans. All right, you know I'm a sucker for these. I cannot resist. This is another Evertotes kit. It's flamingos. Look how pretty it is. I love the pink, and it comes with this little notions bag on the inside. And so this time it was a collaboration, not with Modern Folk Embroidery, but with Bendy Stitches. And so she did these flamingo patterns, which are so much fun. This is the punk flamingo and the pink flamingo. And it comes with the the fabric and the linen. So, I mean, look at this. Sorry, the floss and the linen. Leo and Roxy flosses. Love these colors. And then it also comes with the fabric. So my sister really likes flamingos. I thought I might stitch this for her, even though she hasn't spoken to me, you know, in several years. I still love her, and I think maybe she might like this. Always trying to find ways to build bridges, you know. And then I got a couple of other charts. This one isn't fully kitted yet, but sorry, disorganized. I saw someone else stitching this on Flosstube, and I had to get it. This is Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower. And I have a friend that this would be perfect for. So I got the overdyed flosses. So those are all ready to go. I don't have a fabric yet. It's really hard to find fabric right now. I couldn't find the called for fabric, and I've been trying to look for something similar. There's like nothing available. So I ended up ordering Indora from Needle and Flax, and while I was there I just kind of ordered one of everything else that she had, so sorry about that. I know she's really behind on filling orders and things, but I'm starting to panic because I worry about running out of fabric. Do you guys worry about that? I do not have a big stash like others do. I have a very small stash. And so it's just getting so scarce that, gosh, I would hate to be in a situation where I didn't have fabric to stitch on, or I had to use fabric that wasn't ideal, right? And so I am going to start that as soon as I receive the fabric, but that might not be for a little while. That's okay. And then this is another chart that I got, which I'm really excited about. This is also Bendy Stitchy Designs, the Ladyman 1844. And so I don't know if any of you have seen Rai McGuy, his Flosstube. He is doing a sale, and so I said I would do it. So I have everything. I'm going to use Vintage Country Mocha. And I got the DMCs basically to use this. So this is going to be a lot of fun. It's just hysterical. I love it. And I can't wait to stitch it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So those are the stitchy things. I also have, so I joined the, sorry, sprinkling of plastic. I joined the Leo and Roxy Floss Club. I don't have a big stash. I'm trying to build my collection of flosses because I really don't have much beyond what I have used to kit up different projects. So this is the first shipment, and I got neutrals and brights. These are the neutrals, which I think are beautiful. And you know, they're not really all neutrals. This is Milkshake. It's kind of an off-white. Bellini is a pale peach. Sugar Plum, the lavender. Deja Blue, beautiful. Teal. And then this is Truffle. And these are just gorgeous. I love them. And these are the brights that came for the first month. So we have Sorbet. Again, this is a peach, but you can see kind of the difference in tone. This is the Bellini from the neutrals versus the Sorbet from the brights. So you can see this one is just a little more muted, although they're similar in tone. This is Sour Candy, bright blue. This is called Frosé, it's a pale pink. Peachit Sista, a little bit of a brighter peach. And Leaping Lupin, so lavender. So I'm really excited about this and just building my collection. But one thing I didn't realize, so when I signed up for it, I thought, oh, this will be a really good way for me to collect all the Leo and Roxy flosses from their website. But these colors are not the ones that are available on their website. I guess they're specially made for the Floss Club. I'm not complaining about that because they're beautiful, but you can't just go on the website and buy these. You have to be part of the Floss Club. So it feels special. But because of that, well, then I still have to, you know, I still want all the flosses that are available on their website. So I did order, I ordered a bunch. So, sorry again about plastic. So this is the berry collection. I can't, they're just so gorgeous. This is Bebe, Flamingo, Raspberry Puree, Bright Merlot, and Vixen. And these are all in the berry family. Love those. And then I got the pink family. So I got Florida Pink, South Beach, Coho, Fuzzy Peach, Starburst Cherry, and Tickled Pink. And then finally, all same color family, but that's okay. That's okay. I got the reds. Oh, these are just, they're so gorgeous. Falu Red, I already had this one, but I can always use more. Inappropriate, Lucille, 11 points more, Cheeky, and 11 points. And so as you know, I'm starting a red sampler wall, and so I'm going to be using these for red samplers, which actually reminds me, I don't have one going right now, so I need to start one. So I will start one this month. So lots of flosses. And then I also got this Kahana scissors. I've been kind of coveting these. I've been seeing them on a number of different Flosstube channels. And I haven't used them yet. I've been waiting to show them on Flosstube. They come in this beautiful little box with a little cloth covering. A little tassel and a little fob. And they're really nice. They feel really good. They're not sharp on the ends. They're not pointy, but the scissors themselves are very, very sharp. And they have a very satisfying click to them, which, you know, ASMR, if you're into that. So I was really excited about that. I see that they're actually coming out with some new colors, like pastel colors. So I'm kind of interested in that. We shall see. I need to restrain myself on the spending, actually. Okay, I think that's all the haul I have to show you. I wanted to do, so I haven't really ever done any shout outs. I wanted to say thank you, first of all, to a couple people who have done shout outs for me. Stitching in the Light and Stitching Moon both gave me shout outs, which I really appreciate, and I love both of their channels. I always watch them. So thank you very much. And you know, in terms of who I watch, I watch Flosstube a lot because I stitch a lot. I don't sleep very much. I have insomnia, and so I am frequently up for several hours in the night stitching. But in terms of, you know, who I am drawn to in terms of style and approach, I would say the folks that I, you know, immediately click on are Ellen Reed, Maximum Power Cross Stitch Hour, and of course her friend who's now doing Flosstubes as well, Rai McGuy, Emily C, Eclectic Possessions, Olivia B, and her sister Elena, who I don't think is doing Flosstubes anymore, but she used to a while ago, and I really liked her style. Trixie Tricycle, Jody, Betsy Klager, Darcy Cameron, Julie from Kansas City, Girl in a Colorado World, Noah Stitches, Kyle from Stitching and Sound. I like watching Shiloh from Cross Stitch MD, Emma Cross Stitching. I really like Scott Stitches in Spain. He hasn't done any Flosstubes in a while, but I literally loved every single project he was working on. So I hope he does some more episodes and shows us what he's up to. Love Brenda and the Serial Starter. And of course there's a whole, I mean, this is just a small set that I initially came up with, but I watch a lot more beyond that. And then I also watch, certain shops or designers, of course, Modern Folk Embroidery, Carolina Evertotes, Fox and Rabbit, Nicola from Hands Across the Sea, a bunch of folks like that. So I just want to thank them for like really opening my world to in terms of cross stitch, because I really, not too many years ago only saw cross stitch in terms of kind of kits, like dimensions kits, and there's just this much bigger world that I'm so excited to be learning about and participating in. So thank you for that. Let's see. I think that's it for the stitching. I guess I would just give a brief life update. Not too much going on. Well, there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot. I don't know if it's particularly exciting, but I did, I mentioned to you all the issues I was having with my pipes, literally my draining pipes. And so this past week I have had plumbers here and they replaced all the cast iron pipes in my basement with PVC pipes, which is good because it had gotten to the point where I could not use my washing machine or my kitchen sink or the downstairs bathroom, which is not particularly functional, but it was really nightmarish for the entire week because I had no water, no plumbing. It smelled like sewage constantly, and just people coming and going in and out of the house with pipes. And so it's all over and everything is working beautifully. I can now do laundry and dishes, and I'm very excited about that. I'm just so glad and so thankful that there are people who can do those kinds of things. More power to them. I would not want that kind of job. So I'm really grateful that there are people out there who do those kinds of things. Also, this is, good news. As part of the Peregrine part of Peregrine Stitcher, I actually have a trip planned in April. I'm going to Amsterdam. I'm going on a solo trip, which I haven't done in a while, but I really love to travel solo because I can just do whatever I want. So I'm going for a week and I'm just going to wander around Amsterdam by myself, basically. And for me, I'm not at all interested in the red light district or the coffee shops, as it were. I'm going for Rembrandt and Vermeer and the rest of the Dutch masters. I want to go to the Van Gogh Museum. The Anne Frank House is in Amsterdam. I'm going to take a day trip to go see the tulip fields because it will be April, and so that'll be a great season to see the tulips. And I'm just gonna, enjoy the city. I think I will have a fair amount of time for stitching, so I have to figure out what I want to take with me. definitely for the flights both ways, because that's 8 hours each way, and I don't sleep on those flights. So I thought what I might take for the flight is I Am No Bird by Modern Folk Embroidery, which I've done just the border on, but I thought I could do the outline of the house, which is huge. It's going to take hours and hours. So if I did the outline, then I could just do the filling in on the plane. And then it's just, you know, there's no color changes. I wouldn't need a chart. I could just focus on filling in and have something to do. And then I have to think about what to have on hand while I'm there to stitch. I think I'll definitely take Lady Man, because that's a nice small project, and I may take some of the Plum Street Sampler stacks charts that I had, because I am doing all of those on the same fabric, so and they have a lot of overlap in floss. So that way I can just take one Q snap, one piece of fabric, and the flosses and charts, and that won't be too cumbersome to carry. I do worry about, you know, getting there and running out of things to stitch, but I'm trying to restrain myself about taking too much. I really, when I travel by myself, I tend to do all my tourist things during the day and go somewhere nice for dinner, and then I go back to my Airbnb at night. I'm not one to wander around by myself at night in a foreign city, so I'm perfectly content to go back and just stitch in my Airbnb and rest, because it's also a vacation from my very stressful job. And I don't need to just be running around everywhere. I mean, if there was something like a concert or a play, I might go to that in the evening, but otherwise I'm just going to be back in my Airbnb, and I will wander around during the day. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I have any subscribers who are in Amsterdam, but if you are, let me know. I'd love to meet up. I mean, I know Jacob de Graaf lives somewhere in the Netherlands. I don't think he lives in Amsterdam, and it's a little lofty, I think, for me to think that I could meet him. I mean, it'd be awesome, but I don't know, Jacob de Graaf, if you happen to see this, I'm going to be in Amsterdam in April, so let me know. We could have coffee. So that is fun. That's coming up, and I will try to post some pictures on my Instagram account. As I mentioned, I usually use my Facebook account for personal things and Instagram just for cross stitch, but if you're interested in seeing pictures of Amsterdam, I will, I'll post some on Instagram for you. I haven't yet figured out how to insert stuff into videos, so I don't know. I'll try to learn how to do that. And then I think, let's see, I've done some other fun things this month. So my friend Katie turned 40 a couple weeks ago, and we had a fun night. We went to see Postmodern Jukebox, which is the first concert I've been to in a long time, at least since before the pandemic. If you haven't heard of Postmodern Jukebox, go search for them on YouTube. They're amazing. So much fun. They basically do covers of modern pop songs, but in different vintage styles like jazz or swing or bebop or 50s or 60s type vintage styles, and just really creative. And it was an incredible concert. We had so much fun. And you know, part of the whole thing is concert goers will dress up in vintage clothing. And so we all dressed up in like 20s flapper attire. And we went out to dinner before the concert, and we just had a great time. We attracted a lot of attention in our flapper attire. But it was so much fun because I just haven't gone out on the town in so long. So that was a lot of fun. It was kind of people-y for me after the pandemic, but you know, we're all okay. Nobody got COVID. We're all testing negative, so that's good. And then last night, I had dinner with my mom, which, you know, if you've watched some of my past videos, you know, that relationship has been a little bit estranged, but it was nice. I picked up Indian food and took it over, and we had a nice time catching up. I did. I kind of dropped a bomb on her. It probably felt like that to her, but I had shared some news with her. So I have 2 teenagers. My oldest daughter is in college, and my youngest teenager still lives at home with me. And so my youngest teenager is actually trans and came out to me as being trans a couple of years ago. And I am glad I don't live in Texas. I'm trying to understand what she is going through. She uses she, her, hers pronouns now, and be supportive of her. But I hadn't told my mom, and this has been 2 or 3 years now. And it was just getting to the point where I felt like I needed to tell her, and I didn't think she was going to take it very well, just given her background, but surprisingly she took it pretty well. I mean, I'm sure she'll need some time to process what all of this means, as I did as well, but you know, the most important thing is that we love her, and we're here to support her. So it's just a huge relief, actually, to have that off my shoulders and not have to feel like I have to hide it. And to feel like now, you know, we could conceivably all get together, and hopefully, my youngest daughter now will feel comfortable in that situation. So yeah, that's a lot. So lots of drama in my life. So I need to go to Amsterdam and just have a little escape for a little while. But anyhow, everything is going okay, and I am truly grateful for stitching, and I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for my dog barking, and my cats and my kids. So hope everyone is doing well. Thank you as always for all your comments, and I look forward to any comments or questions you might have. So take care, everyone. Keep calm and carry on. See you next time.